morning, one and all. So this is Rajesh, lecturer in Commerce and Management, Samhita Degree College, Rajmahendravaram. In this video, we are going to discuss about the manufacturing versus non-manufacturing organizations, right? So operations or service operations, non-manufacturing or non-service operations. So here, manufacturing operations are one which produce tangible goods that can be seen, right? Manufacturing operations are one which produce tangible goods that can be held and seen. It's a manufacturing is in a tangible in nature. It's a manufacturing operations are tangible in nature. So manufacturing can be categorized into two categories. So mainly the manufacturing activities are categorized into two categories. The first one is process manufacturing and second one is discrete manufacturing. The first one is process manufacturing and second one is discrete manufacturing. The first one is process manufacturing and second one is discrete manufacturing. So the first one in process manufacturing, the process manufacturing which produces goods which are use of some ingredients, right? For example, so it will the process manufacturing which produces goods with the use of some ingredients, right? So example, take an example of pharmaceuticals. So in every medicine, it's a combination of two or more ingredients in it, and likewise, so the beverages, so it's a combination of two or more items, right? Everything we can take an example of in a pharmaceutical industry as a best example for the process manufacturing, right? And the next point is discrete manufacturing. In discrete manufacturing, produces goods from parts such as electronic appliances, automobiles, etc., right? Electronic appliances, automobiles, etc. So we can also take here as a several examples for discrete manufacturing. So right, it's a combination of goods on the different parts of the electronics. Maybe some, for example, take an example of a car, bike, or some other computers, or maybe of some mobile phones, etc. We can take it as examples for the discrete manufacturing, right? So the process manufacturing is which produces goods with the use of some ingredients, and in the same way discrete manufacturing it produces goods from parts such as the electronic appliance, like example like electronic appliances, automobiles, etc. So next, coming to the non-manufacturing or services, right? So service operations are one which provide intangible services, right? So it's a services of non-manufacturing is a intangible in nature. The output is in a intangible way, right? So intangible in nature, the service operations are which provides intangible services. A service process is designed to deliver a non-tangible product and not a physical product, right? It's a non-tangible product and a not physical product. Non-tangible product and a non-physical products. Okay, so service operations so can be classified at banking facilities, hospitality, consultancy, hospital facilities, schools, colleges, so etc. will all comes under the service orientation activities or service orientation things to be conducted there, right? So service operations mainly is in a intangible in nature, and it has a service process is designed to deliver non-tangible products and not physical products, and it's a completely often operations classified as a banking, hospitality, consultancy, etc. These are the main examples for the service operations. And next is characteristics of manufacturing operations. Characteristics of manufacturing operations. So the characteristics are the output of a particular manufacturing organizations are tangible in nature, right? So we will get a tangible output here. Means so the output, we can see the physical product so after the completion of our process, manufacturing process. So and the consumption, and next point is, so consumption takes over time period, right? So mainly, so the products are not immediately consumed here in this, so manufacturing activities. And next one is it also uses a more equipment and with often a less labor, right? So in this manufacturing, so more equipments or machines are used, and with less labor compared to with services operations. So here less labor is used here, and equipment is also used more here, right? No or little contact with the customers. So mainly we can the customers cannot be seen here. No contact with the customers. Okay, we cannot see the customers here, only the finished product will be seen here. And after the completion of the particular product, so far before that the production the particular customer will give the specifications, what type of requirement he needs and what type of a shape, what type of a design he wants. After that they have given the specifications regarding the particular product, so we cannot see the particular customer again, right? So that is the reason no little contact with the particular customers in the manufacturing process and operations. And next important point in manufacturing things is, it's a sophisticated method for measuring resources consumed when products are manufactured. It's a sophisticated method for measuring resources consumed when the products are manufactured. So these are the main characteristics so we have in the manufacturing operations. Next, so the characteristics of a service or non-manufacturing operations, right? Characteristics of non-manufacturing. In this, so the output is the intangible output we will find, right? That means intangible output, right? That means we cannot see into our naked eyes. Previously I have given the examples of hospitality, colleges, hospitals, right? Likewise, so these are the best examples for the service operations. And next important thing is immediate consumption, right? Immediate consumption. For example, so if we want to, so right, so went for a particular hotel, right? Immediately, so immediate consumption of a particular customers will be immediate there. Immediately he will order for something, or he order for anything, immediately he will get that particular product, right? In the particular manufacturing activities, the time is taken there, right? So after the specifications or maybe of a design, so something, so many things have happened there, so that that should be processed later, and that the final product will be, we will get the output later there, right? That is the basic difference between the manufacturing and the services. Here intangible in output, here service operations, manufacturing is intangible output, and more equipments and machines is used in particular manufacturing activities. And next is with less labor and immediate, there is no contact with the customer. Here directly the customer will immediate, that means immediate consumption of a particular customer is here, right? And the next important non-manufacturing characteristics is use of more labor and less equipment. Here the reverse happened here. So more labor and less equipment. is used in services operations. And direct contact with the customers, right? Previously I said that here it is a direct contact with the customer, right? So here direct contact with the customer. And next, no sophisticated and well laid down methods for measuring resource consumption, right? So there is no sophisticated or well laid down methods are used for measuring of any resource consumption, right? So these are the main characteristics of a manufacturing as well as of a non-manufacturing. And next one is difference between the manufacturing and non-manufacturing, right? So here parameters manufacturing and non-manufacturing. Okay, right. So in first point is output. So in manufacturing, so it is a tangible output, and in non-manufacturing activities it is a intangible output. Okay, so next one is consumption, right? For manufacturing activities, the consumption is over time, and for non-manufacturing activities, the consumption is immediate. And third point is type of work. Type of work, right? Here in manufacturing operations, right? So more labor incentive, more equipments are used and less labor is used in manufacturing activities, and service operations are mainly of a labor incentive in nature, right? So mainly here the type of work is more equipments and less labor. And in non-manufacturing activities, so it's a labor centric. That means so more labor is used and less equipments are used in services operations or non-manufacturing operations. And fourth point is kind of output. Kind of output. Here homogeneous in nature and homogeneous kind of output we will get in manufacturing or operations, and here in services or non-manufacturing heterogeneous activities is there. Means so here this is a homogeneous, means it's a similar in nature, right? Similar type of, once the production is started, similar type of productions will be continue for the long time at the end of the particular stipulated time period, or maybe of a contract given by the particular customers or what the contract we get regarding that. So homogeneous products, that means similar type of a products, similar shape, similar color, or maybe a similar dimensions of a product will be manufactured in homogeneous activities. And here heterogeneous product, different variety of products are in the service operations will be done in particular service operations. And next one is fifth point is focus. Mainly the main focus is on inventory control, right, in manufacturing activities. Inventory control, the main focus is on inventory control. Here the main focus is on quality, service they are in. So why the reason for that quality means they are there is no inventory here, right? Quality in the particular service operations. And next one is sixth point, performance measurement. Performance performance. Sixth point, performance measure is easy and in service operations it is difficult. Right? So reason for that means we can see what type of products are manufacturing, or what the production process it is, and what type of equipments we are manufacturing, and what type of a quantity we want, what type of a specifications they have given by the particular customers, and what are the main quality we are manufacturing. Everything should be measured and kept in a way so that in manufacturing activities we can easily measure the performance. But in non-manufacturing or the service orientations, we cannot see. It's a difficult for the measurement of a performance. Reason for that means it is not a customer oriented activities. It's the consumers directly so interact with the particular service operation. Different customers will have their different priorities will be there, different mindset will be there. So the reason for that, the measurement in the performance is very difficult in service operations, and it's a easy to find out the performance measurement in manufacturing activities. And the seventh point is right. Seventh point is most expensive resource. Seventh point is most expensive resource. Here in manufacturing activities, so mainly it's a equipment or machineries. These are the main expensive resources we have in manufacturing activities. Okay, and the most expensive in non-manufacturing is people. Okay, and next one is scale of production. Scale of production, so it's completely mass scale, right? Huge number of products are produced, large amount of quantity of productions are produced in manufacturing units. So right, it's a mass scale. And in services it is mainly of a customized activity. Right, so this is the basic differences between the manufacturing as well as of a service operations. Right, here the manufacturing and service operations have some differences, but they also have some similarities also there. For instance, both are concerned with providing products, right? Whether it may be a tangible or maybe of an intangible, right? So that will lead the market and outperform their competitors there, right? And so the reason, so maybe they are I'm sorry. So the manufacturing and the service operations have some differences are there. So but they are also have a similar in nature. Some similarities are there. Maybe some providing tangible products and someone providing intangible, that will lead to the mainly so market and outperformance their consumption. Right. Both create mission statements and a vision for how the organizations will run. Right. Similarly. Standing both manufacturing and services equipments are important here, right? And the main manufacturing operations are concerned with certain goods, whereas the service operations so focuses on providing or creating services there, right? It's completely goods and services, manufacturing of goods and services here, goods and services. So and next one is so in addition, manufacturing operations the manufacturing operations may require services so as to create goods, while a service operation may require and consumer goods, so which may acquire internally or from some other external sources, right? So these are the main differences so between the manufacturing and the services operations. Yeah. Next topic is decision making in production and operations management. Here, decision making is the heart for every discipline, and the operations manager has to take a series of decisions when discharging his responsibilities and duties. So here, so production manager plays an important role and while making any decisions in the organizations. So the decisions made by the operation managers can be categorized into two types. The first one is of a strategic decisions and second one is a operating decisions. First one is a strategic decisions and second one is a operating decisions. These strategic decisions are the decisions having long-term importance, right? Long-term significance it has, right? These decisions has a strategic importance and lay rock bottom foundation for manufacturing activities, right? So it plays in a strategic decisions have a very important role. It has a long-term significance. It has the decisions having a strategic importance and it lay back a rock bottom, means very strong foundation for the manufacturing activities, right? In this, so again these strategic decisions are divided into several types, right? First one is product selection and design. First point is product selection and design. So it is the product that starts the entire process, so in its marketing, right? The intelligence lies in choosing the right product or the products, keeping the vision, mission in mind and overall objectives of the organization in mind, right? So mainly it lies in between the choosing of the right product and in the manufacturing process. So before keeping into mind before selecting a product, so we have to take care of the what the mission it is, what the mission it is and the overall objectives in mind, right? And next one is design. Here the design of the particular product that has the dimensions of functional utility and aesthetic value. Aesthetic means it's a so looking like a beautifulness, right? So it shows that the design, the importance of the design is, so the product should be looks very beautiful and the particular shape of a product looks products look very beautiful, and for the purpose of using also it will for handling purpose also it's maybe very useful for. That's the reason the product the design of the product that has the dimensions of functional utility and aesthetic value, so it is what it wants there, design, right? And next the design of the product that gives a firm a competitive advantage also, and competitive as now in the present scenario, so the competition is more in between the particular product, so the design plays in a very important role. So that is the reason before designing of a product we have to make a several thinking before making of any product design, right? So it is the design of a particular product that gives a firm a competitive advantage or a edge or a particular competitive forces in the market there, right? And next important point, second point in the particular strategic decisions are process selection and planning. Second one, process selection and planning. Okay, process of manufacturing process of manufacturing is not of a small significance. See the conversion of inputs into outputs, so the conversion of raw materials into finished goods, it's not a simple thing, right? So one has to select the right product that is an economically effective and gives the maximum output with the minimum of inputs to be used in the organization, right? Here the production selection should be in a, so it should not an easy task here, and it should be an economical way and it an effective and it gives a maximum output without using of a minimum output, right? So and next minimum inputs using that, right? And selection of a process selection of a process of manufacturing calls for a number of decisions right, oring around technology, machines and equipment, right, technology, machines and equipment. And third point is, so location facilities. Okay, so location facilities, right? So the big question before every manufacturing organizations is where to locate, right, where to locate the operation or the production system that transfers the resources of society so into and product, right? So facilities decision is a very important base of the entire interface of the manufacturing activities. A wrong decision, or maybe of a wrong facility, or maybe of a wrong title decision can disastrous to the so marketing operations, right? And next important thing is, fourth point is, right, so layout and material handling facilities. Okay, so the fourth point is layout and the material handling facilities. Plant layout is a place, is a plan or a scheme of ranging the plant production facilities in a systematic and a schematic manner that provides economy, efficiency and comfort. So that's the machine and equipments are arranged that guarantees the smooth flow of production without any hurdles or without any disturbances, right? So the layout should be planned in such a way that the equipment, so the reason for that means the rate playing reasons for the perfect planning of the layout is that we cannot shift the equipments or the machines from the one place to another place very easily, right? That is the reason. So before arranging of a particular machines, that the place should be guaranteed for the particular machine to smooth flow of production without any disturbances there, right? So and next thing is of a material handling. A material is the very basis for the manufacturing line, right? So material handling plays a very important role in any organization and in any production process, right? It is the department of the material handlings and the brains behind the particular material handling persons that guarantees smooth gliding of materials from one machine to another machine, one place to another place, and one person to another person, finally from one department to the another department at a least cost and in a stipulated time, right? So that is the importance of the particular machine handling. And the fifth point is capacity planning. Right, so the fifth point, this is if sorry, the sixth point is capacity planning, right? Capacity mainly it signifies the level of activity of a conversion process is supposed to go on over a period of time, might be a second, might be a minute, might be a hour, or a shift, or a day, or a month, or a year, right? So here the full capacity indicates the maximum level of outputs, the higher level of the key of work and working, right? Capacity is planned for both short term as well as often a long term, right? Capacity planning is planned for both short term as well as long term, right? So we know that there are two types of capacities are there. The first thing is often a utilization capacity as well as often a installed capacity, right? Installed capacity here, so mainly about the complete capacity of a particular machine or the equipment. So utilization capacity means here what type of according to the situation, or maybe if according to the production, or maybe according to the demand of a particular product, so the production process will continues there, right? So that is the these are the main important points in the strategic decisions. The first one is so production selection, product selection and design, and the second one is process selection and planning, and the third one is location facilities, and the fourth one is layout and material handling facilities, and the fifth point is capacity planning, right? And the next decision making activities in production operations are operating decisions. Right? The second thing is operating decisions. Operating decisions refers to the short term or the day-to-day decision which deals with the short-term manufacturing activities. Here, operating decisions mainly deals with of day-to-day transactions in the manufacturing or in the organizations. Right? Mainly, this operating activities also have some points or factors that it includes some points here. The first one is production planning. Production planning. So here the production is the process of thinking before doing any good or bad, right or wrong, right? The simply it's a doing the process of thinking before doing anything else, right? So it is a pre-operation activity. We call it as a pre-operation activity. Call it as a capacity planning. We call it as a pre-operating activity. Say good planning is one that smells the problems before they occur and provides with often a possible and viable solutions to eliminate them or to combat them effectively, right? So proper planning that deals with of so it smells beforely. So what type of production disturbances we will get at what time? So is it the right time to plan for the production or not? Everything should be planned before we do anything. That's what we call it as thinking before doing anything, whether it is a good or whether it is a bad or whether it is anything else, right? So that is the production planning. And second point is production control. Okay. And next important point is production control. So no planning, there is no control, right? So control is the terminal function of the management that aims at everything goes as per the plan or the plans, right? So it's something controlling is that, so it's a planning and controlling. So there are just like one another by another, right? So for example, it is a x, automatically it is a y, right? It's a controlling is a terminal function of the management that aims at everything goes on as per the plans or plans. In case of production activities, production control tries to see that the actual manufacturing activities and achievements are conforming to the predetermined norms or standards and schedules, right? So production control, so here plays a very important role, right? So in the time of production activities, right? And the next important point is third point, right? So these are the 2 points we have, and the third important point is inventory control. Okay, so inventories are the stocks held in the form of pure raw materials, semi-finished product parts, and the totally or maybe often a totally finished products, right? It also includes stores, suppliers, and the tools here, right? So inventory control is also one of the important operating decision activity, so in production and operations management, right? So in this also purchase, storekeeping, and use of the inputs and outputs are also important dimensions of the manufacturing management, right? So and next important point is quality control. Okay, so it is also one of the important point, so in production and operations management, it's one of the important decision making activity, right? Quality of a product or the products has been given top priority in the society nowadays, right? So however nowadays today the quality of life or the lifestyle have changed here, right? So beyond one's own imagination, and everybody speaks in about the particular term called quality, right? Wherever you go, so what type of a quality it is, what type of a quality, whether it is a tangible product or maybe of an intangible product, they only speaks about the, they won't bother about the some money or maybe of a quantity, what type of a quantity they are getting, they only speaks about the quality, what type of a quality they are getting here. So the quality specifications are described in terms of size, color, shape, taste, smell, weight, destiny, durability, and etc. and so on, right? And the next important point is fifth point. Fifth point, method study. Method study. Okay. Method study. Method study, right? So manufacturing the conversion process just does not take place in the owner's course, right? Here standard methods are to be devised for performing the repetitive functions effectively, efficiently, and easily, right? Method study plays a very important role in decision making activities in production and operations management. So the employees are to be trained, right, accordingly, and the methods developed to be evaluated, because there is a no best method for performing a job here, right? So the methods are to, the employees are to be trained accordingly as per the so methods, so what they are going to implement in the organizations, right? So these are the main decisions we have in the so production and operations management. So these are the 5 points we have.